He rejoined the team over the weekend, specifically on Saturday, showed up at their meeting on Saturday night. Alan Lazard, as I said earlier, said he came in like Batman. He told the players, stop pointing fingers. And his message was along those same lines. We have to band together. All the cliches that often don't work, but sometimes, depending upon who's delivering them, can be very effective. And I think they needed to hear that from Aaron Rodgers. I said that in the aftermath of the Week 3 loss to the Patriots, when everybody was dumping on Zach Wilson and they were pointing fingers. Aaron Rodgers can help stabilize this. Aaron Rodgers needs to be there with those guys, and he made it, and it was great, and we heard different details about it. There was reporting on Sunday morning about what he said. Different players spoke about it publicly. For some reason, Aaron Rodgers has a problem with that. Here he is from Pat McAfee's show yesterday on his message to the Jets getting out to the public.
I will say this, when it comes to, some of the stuff I talked about, I think that was one of the more disappointing things about the entire weekend is that, part of the process of being a team that's connected and being a team that sticks together is that there's some things that are meant for the locker room and conversations that it should stay in the meeting room, should stay in the locker room, should stay in the hotel. And I'm not, I obviously I love the opportunity to speak to the team, and I thought the message was important, and it was off the cuff, and I didn't have notes or anything, and actually didn't even know Saleh just wanted me to speak. That was the whole meeting was me up there, kind of rambling for about 10 minutes.
Hot 15, you hot 10, 10, all right.
Yeah. But I think that's part of it. We need to learn as an organization to some things need to be kept in house. Some things need to be. We got to tighten the ship up a little bit.
Yeah. How about that message itself?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a message better delivered to the locker room than to the world? This is one of the problems with him doing this every Tuesday. Now we have something to talk about. Aaron Rodgers is pissed off because the people who heard the message of stop pointing fingers dared to say something about it. So now they're going to be like all tiptoeing on eggshells. They're going to make me say it again. This is the delicate genius vibe. You got to tiptoe around the delicate genius. You never know what's going to piss him off. This is a prime example of it, Aaron, if you're watching this morning, because I know, what else are you doing? I know you're attacking rehab, but you probably have time to multitask. You can't say things like that when people are in awe of you. Well, the show is available, whenever you would like to watch it. And I've heard him say enough things over the years to make me think that every once in a while he might hate watch the program. But when you say something like that for the world, or even if you make that message private, it scares people. These guys are in awe of Aaron Rodgers. The reason that the message worked is because they look up to him. So now they're going to be all discombobulated. Anytime Aaron Rodgers says anything, they're all going to be scared of their own shadow now because Aaron Rodgers is upset. I take issue with the fact that he's upset. Why? This isn't the kind of thing that needs to stay. Let's let the world know we're together. Let's let the world know that Aaron Rodgers rode in and saved the day and contributed to this vibe that we have now harnessed. I think it disrupts it. As the Jets are trying to regroup and refocus, now on top of everything else, they got to worry about the fact that their leader is upset that a few of the guys spoke out of turn. What was wrong with what they said? I just think it introduces an unnecessary wrinkle to all of this. He should be happy that his message worked. And there's nothing wrong with them saying it. It had already been reported what he said. It was already out there. And it was funny, if you watch the Alan Lazard post-game press conference, he originally wasn't going to say anything. He knew he was touching on a third rail by talking about this. But when the reporters told him that others had talked about it, that's when he said he came in like Batman and this is what he said. But he said it only after he was sure that others had already said it. But even then, he probably shouldn't have said it. Even then, he probably got a text message from Aaron Rodgers saying, why'd you do the Batman thing?
He might have. I mean, the thing is, though, these are things that Aaron Rodgers was talking about publicly already. I mean, I feel like he was basically on Pat McAfee.
He said it last week.
Yes. Yeah, saying hey, we need to stop pointing fingers. We need to come together and stop doing all of that. So it's not like he hadn't said that publicly And then he came in and he said it privately, and whatever the message was, it resonated, it was received. And I think that it's not necessarily the fact that players had, talked about it or whatnot, but just the fact that it got leaked out of whatever meeting that he was in, and that happened in the first place. So there's a part of me that understands the frustration that he has with that. If we have a team meeting, it needs to stay within the confines of the team. I do get that. But at the same time, if the message was received, the message worked, it got them to come together and play better and play as a team. And so when Zach Wilson goes out and, shows the maturity that he didn't show last year, when he says, hey man, that loss is on me. And everybody's like, dude, no, it's not on you. It's not one play. We all contributed to this. We win as a team and we lose as a team. That probably is the result of Aaron Rodgers coming in there, stabilizing things, telling everybody to calm down. We got to relax a little bit and we have to stick together. I think all of those things are positives. And when you say that, when you talk about being disappointed, that introduces another element of things where it's like, what did we do? I don't know that that's the best thing either, but hopefully they will be able to stay connected.
Dad's mad.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. We're happy right now. We're positive. We're feeling good. And Dad's mad. Why is Dad mad?
Well, he's not angry. He's just disappointed.
Which is worse.
I know.
Wasn't it always worse to disappoint your parents than to have them mad at you? That was the worst feeling in the world. I'm disappointed in you. That was a knife to the heart. When I heard one of my parents say, I'm disappointed in you, oh my God. Because that's the last thing you want to do is disappoint your parents.
Right.
And so I just... Aaron, I don't understand what you're trying to do. Do you want to be the exclusive spokesman for the team even when you're in California? Like no one else can say anything? It's only you? You're going to go on with Pat McAfee and AJ Hawk every Tuesday and say whatever you want to say, but nobody else can say anything? This is weird to me. And it's challenging my newfound respect and admiration and just liking of Aaron Rodgers, because I think that that's a tone-deaf comment. It worked. He went into their meeting room, said what he had to say, and it worked. You should be proud of that. It's not something to be disappointed about that it got out. It worked. You stabilized the situation, and they're pointed in the right direction, and now you're spouting off about being disappointed in them at a time when they need to be focused on getting their act together and beating the Broncos. And you're going to have guys, and they're going to be talking about it today. Did you see what Aaron said yesterday? He's disappointed. Why is he disappointed? Well, I only said it because you said it. Why'd you say it? I wasn't going to say anything, but they told me you talked. Well, no, he talked. Well, he talked. They don't need that right now.
Who's on first? And
you know that's going to happen. But you know that's going to happen.
Because, yes, I mean, if Aaron Rodgers says something, especially in that particular media market, that players are going to be asked about it. It's always going to be asked about it. And they're going to have to react to it. But that's only one thing. I do think that what he's saying about, hey, we got to keep stuff in the family. I actually think that he's right. I do, because that's when teams are really connected, is when they do keep things in the family. Now, I think it probably would have been better for him to say that in the family and keep it in the family, as opposed to saying it publicly, so that now everybody gets to react to it, including us. But I think that he has a point with that message.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.